Hello everyone, welcome to the September garden tour. Yes, it's the end of the month and the garden is looking still green and lush, and although some have done their job and done their bits and gone off, some are still surviving here in my garden. And starting with my corner pots here, they are doing really good and they're all sort of evergreens, so I'm hoping to see them like this throughout the winter and next spring. And I know that next spring I will be forgetting about them. And this one here, the begonia, has bloomed even more flowers, and this was a gift from my family member. And the vinca minor or major hasn't flowered yet, but it's looking very drapey and long and beautiful. Moving on to the fireplace area, it's looking nice. And this robin here was a prize, yes, from the garden competition. Yes, I bought it from the voucher that I received from it. And yes, this area is my very cozy area, and I like to call it my serenity area. And from here I can look at the fountain garden that is green, and this one is supposed to stay green throughout the winter as well. And yes, and the fountain is working well. I recently cleaned it. And this one here, the ivy wall, is doing better now because it was struggling to get more bushier, and now it's getting there. And my two evergreen spot are doing well, and I'm really pleased with the way they have really doubled in size, because I didn't expect them to get this bigger so soon. And yes, and moving on to the hydrangeas, look at them, they're still there, and I hope that they will stay like this until October. And yes, I'm still, struggling and not yet decided what to plant in this area, but hopefully by next year I'll be able to, plant more plants in there. And there you go. This area is looking lovely and green, and they're supposed to be evergreen anyway. Okay, so the pots, yes, the annual pots are doing really well, and some of them are homegrown coleus and salvia. And this one here is such a beautiful berries. This one is very nice. Oh, look at there's someone here, and this one is, I think, the robin that belongs to my garden. And as we all know that each robin makes the garden their home, and probably this one is the one because it seems to be always around when I'm in the garden, and looks like it knows I'm videoing as well. Hello there, so cute. Yeah, and it's so cute. I mean, look at it. I think it's still juvenile. Anyway, there you go. Let's go back to the video. Okay. So the wildlife pond is looking very wild, and as you know that in previous videos I've shared about the frogs ponds and then the baby frogs, and now I can't see any of them, but they seem to be doing well, I think. And moving on to the perennial border. The perennial border is looking, well, not so lively, and some of them have done flowering and some of them struggled, and my dahlias have come up now, and Esther as well, and they're all this year plant, and some grasses, and yes, all of them. And yesterday I sowed some grass seeds, and I'm expecting them to do well throughout the year. And this one here is a perennial that I transplanted it over here because it wasn't doing any good in the other side. It did do well, but it wasn't looking good, so I just planted it in there. And I managed to plant many new plants in this border, and hopefully next year it will come out lovely. And there is for gardener, there is always the next year. And the fish pond area is looking beautiful, and the hydrangeas blooms are finally showing off the winter color. And my angel trumpets or brugmansias are still flowering, and I have got two varieties of these ones, and this one is the orangey kinds of and it's got I noticed it's got some blooms, bloom head and flower bud head, and I'm expecting a bloom this year. Hopefully I can see at least one bloom and I'll be very happy. And over here, this is an apple tree that I transplanted here from the pots. Yes, it was a big risk, and I'm hoping that next year I will see some shoots in there and I'll be very, very happy. And also this one here, this fig tree was also brought from indoor to outdoor, and it's doing well. And it's even got fruits in the branches. And my fish pond area got a little bit of revamp. As you can see, I don't know why, but I'm struggling to see flower blooms in this area. And maybe it doesn't get enough sunshine, but I'm still happy with the leaves as well. And I have planted some ferns, different kinds of ferns in this area from my inspiration from recent holiday. And hopefully it will work, because I want this pond area to look nice and homely and cozy. And my hostas, yes, this year I replanted them again, so they're struggling. And this one is the last marigold that I want to see bloom. It's called crackerjack or something, and I can't wait to see it bloom. And this year I have tried growing so many flowers, and I think I will grow them again. I actually saved some seed, from this year flower heads, so hopefully I'll have more free plants next year. And there you go, fish pond area. And there you go, there's my cyclamen. And this one here, I think it's a kind of sedum plant, and it's doing really well. And the cyclamen that I got for my holiday, yes, and I love to bring back some memories from holidays always. And moving on to the evergreen side, you can see this apple tree. I believe it's Granny Smith, and this tree wasn't getting enough attention until this year, because I saw that there were so many fruits in there, and I thought, okay, let's give it some TLC. So what I did was I just fan trained this branch, hoping that it will stay like that, sort of look like ornamental. And I even staked them in one of the gazebo's poles, so that it looks like an arc. And for me, I like the garden to look untamed, reaching to you, and reaching out to you, and all those things. And this grass is doing really well. I remember buying it from a supermarket, not expecting it to do this well, because it's really, really beautiful. And from here you can see the different varieties of the bush color, and how it makes such a difference. And I'm glad that I invested on certain plants, and nowadays what I do is, when I go to garden center, if I see something I like, I will get them and not regret about it as well. And my grassland area is struggling. Yes, because I think maybe it's my sowing. Maybe I'm sowing it late, or maybe I'm sowing it too early. But this year I just watched that in the garden channel that this is the good time. So hopefully I have chose the right time. So I'm expecting next year to be nice and green and luscious. And my marigolds are still doing well, which I sowed from seed. And my tea room area, I need to give it a little bit of I don't know. This year I was expecting a little bit more, and I was too much, expectant. I think I was expecting more, and since it looks like some of the things didn't work as much as I wanted it to. But each year you are hopeful, and each year you look for something better when it comes to gardening. And this is my quiche tree, and recently I saw quiche fruits growing in the communal street, and I smelled the fruit. It was so nice, and I'm like, I can't wait for this one to flower and bloom, and hopefully next year is the time it will bloom and flower and fruit. Anyway, here we go. This one here is my Brahmini tree, and the fruits. I mean, I love fruit trees. I mean, I think it's ornamental, and it's, it's very useful, and it's always, it always makes you hopeful. So each year you can't wait for next year and next year, to see the fruits growing in the tree. And I just love the idea of it. And as you can see, I'm not a very good vegetable gardener, but I try to do my best, and I do try to eat from the garden, especially this greens and all those things. And I've started mulching them with the hays, the leftover from my pets, guinea pig pets, and yes, I use them in the garden. And some of the things like amaranthus, which I sowed a little bit late, is doing well. And next year I'm planning to do more amaranthus. And this one here, hyacinth bean, this is the first time it has actually fruited for me, but it's too late now. And my gourd is looking nice. And let's move into the potager garden. Yes, it looks like this now. As you can see, I don't have very complicated vegetables. I only have very simple vegetables here. Something I normally directly sow and then, eat it from the ground, because I struggle with, the crop rotation and all those things. So I tend to grow only the simple vegetables like tomatoes and cucumbers and fruits bush and all those things, and garlic sometime. And this year I'm surprised how the kales are doing well as well. As you can see, the amaranthus are already flowering, and it's unusual, dangly kind of flowers, and the kales are doing well. And I'm surprised that the snails are not touching them. And yes, it's nice to have your own produce. I mean, especially not being a good vegetable gardener, to see a kale growing is like, it's like a prize winning thing for me, and I like it as well. And over here I've got this watercress that I got from a friend. And yes, let's move on to the tour. And as you can see, it's green, lush, and still on the stage of growing. So I am hoping every year, because my garden is only around 6 years old ever since I started, so it's still going on, and still it is always changing. It's always, having a growth and everything. So and I don't have really pristine garden, manicured garden. It's an easygoing garden. So and I love flowers, and I like to plant flowers that are less demanding, like roses and things that don't that is not diva. So I like it very much. And I have done hard work trying to grow diva plants, but I have really struggled. And I have nowadays started growing plants that are actually is easy to grow and still beautiful to look at, and simple but yet vibrant and happy to grow with, and all those things. Oh, there we go. There's a rock and roll roses. And this is a new one for me this year. And that's Appetite, just on flowering. And this, I think, is the last bloom it's going to have. And I'm expecting a lovely bloom next year. And that is rose called Eden. And it is a beautiful rose. And I can't wait for it to do well next year. So that's it overall. That's all for this September garden tour, and hope you enjoyed watching this video. And I will be keep uploading. I'll be uploading videos from each month this year, and hopefully you can see all the difference of the garden, the progress, the shortcomings and all those things. And please give me any comments if you want to, and any tips if you have, please do. And thank you for watching this video, and I hopefully see you in next video. And and have a good day, good or afternoon, or anywhere, wherever you are watching, from wherever we are watching. And thank you very much for watching my video, and please subscribe if you like. Thank you.